mm, is just as much as a Martha. So when you watch The Notebook, you have your true loves, your in loves. Okay, and this is political standpoint. Your true loves, your in loves, and then your like in betweens, and then your backup plans, which is hoe to house life, your first potential trick, street side of corruption to balance corruption, uh, with genuine trust, no matter what age you go through, genuine trust, and whether or not you want to be corrupted or have to corrupt. And again, in tyranny of some of these same political vocabulary words, abuses. I'm not going to watch two people fight. It's poop. I'll kill you. I'll lock you up in contempt. I'll have the police department shoot you. It's poop. And watch the other side say, it's boo boo, man. I'm telling you, you don't want me to retaliate. I'm telling you, it's boo boo. And I'm watching them retaliating over who wants what word to win. The Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America, whatever that was just about. That's mental illness. I apologize to Mexico. I apologize to a lot of people of purchasing power and disrespect and these different games. Or if you just leave shit the way it is, these weird ass mental illnesses wouldn't exist. But again, to the same Samantha thing and the political views, whether it's artistic, I'm not saying she spray painted the train and the Twisted and Jam Wayne video just to look like the girl wearing the mask, or if again she's been to a Twisted show and did it on purpose just to communicate in a different way. I can't tell you, but it is just a vocabulary word in an artistic venture. So just like poop, fart, excrement, whatever else, she only joined in to say, well, I'm either masked here or I'm masked on the train in art to her conveyances. And again, I don't think she loitered or littered or spray painted her own masked self on the train. Uh, Being green, the same color as the mask Samantha wore. I think that there was another male potentially out there in the world that knows her either artistically or had a relationship with her or etc. And you can't assume in terms of full degradation towards vandalism from one person where Samantha can't control how pretty she is in the mask, and then the person that becomes obsessed in Chicago that went and spray painted it on the train. It's just a conveyance of communication, just like writing down poop or poop fart and then communicating it. Here, look, window, reflection in window. Well, again, now I got to go search everybody else's YouTube and Instagram, and somebody that was watching this will put a reflection in the window just to prove that we're communicating. That's all that's happening in these like what do you want to call it? Picasso communications. Again, there's some people selling drugs doing Picassos with Coca-Cola cans, saying they got Coke on hand and shit like that. That's the kids' market. I hate to snitch on the kids, but I gotta lower their spending here, otherwise we're gonna collapse the economy just because they got a little bit slicker than the last parents of our technology generation. Again, snitching or not, well, again, we have to tame one side of society still. It's not snitching; it's a taming for balance of economics, and it's unfortunate. And our side of society has to snitch on it because between the cops and the cartel side, they're both too adjoined. We're at like 75% evil. I hate to tell my high school teachers we're at like 75% evil, like 71, 73% from my perspective of employers to corrupt cops to everything I ran into on my little tours, my faming, having pretty girlfriends, jealousy, murders, everything else that's been around me, suicides, watching the emotional output of the lost friends. It's been a pretty tough communication style where I have to jump into each congregation, each ethnicity, each ethical group in different vocabularies. So if I'm hanging out with Birdman, I gotta say boo boo, man, I got a boo boo, instead of saying taking a shit. Because in a sign of respect of the culture, it's more of the ebonics of vocabulary, just like it is in Spanish. You don't get down to Mexico and say, do you have an apple? You don't get to China and say, do you have an apple? They wouldn't know it because they use a different sound, they use a different letter, they use a different vocabulary. And so you have to be respectful in their cultures. So like I said, I could hang out with Boo Boo or hang out with Birdman and call it Boo Boo. I mean, Birdman could be my boo-boo if he swings that way, but I don't swing that way. And that's the point. I'm better off just answering those questions straight up versus playing the mystery and the guessing game, because all that does is make the possessive people a little bit more standoffish of their attempt of stepping out of the box, of making sure um, comprehension of that vocabulary and respect always exists. So if Birdman wants to use boo boo, I gotta take a boo boo, man. Don't say the word shit in my studio. I don't want you fucking cussing in here. Well, I don't know if that's what he said yet, but that's what delegations are of these different depictions of animosities, jealousies, racism, etc. And again, me being a only child, I see this whole planet. I see the one world government, but you'd have to have every bloodline breed with every bloodline to get past those racial things. When you think about putting a Haitian together with a Japanese, with a, Vietnamese, with a Russian, and you really think about how long it would take to breed out the human bloodline genome of every different multicultural language and vocabulary, you know, that's what I'm breaking down at quantum level right now versus just the speed of light, and how to get to space. Thinking I figured out how to get there with the maglev quantum locking and the CERN sequencing. Um, it's just another level I reached in being domestically abused in um, the drama club side. And I'm going to go enter another elitist side of thought process, which seems evil to the egotistical ventures of it. But again, when you catch people arguing vocabulary words just because of the sound, I want poop. I want poop, or you're going to be locked up in contempt. It doesn't pertain to this. It's just poop. And I got my black friend saying, "Oh, and it's boo boo." I'm saying, I don't. Neither one of you guys need to argue about this shit. It's just shit. It's just shit, man. This is that shit I'm talking about. Excrement. Excrement. Stop arguing with me. Shit. Shit. Boo boo. So when you go through it, that's just vocabulary words. When you do it in the art, look, there's two chairs up. That's me and Jessica Lou sitting on the beach. Can you see it? Can you see it? Maybe that was me and Riri at the water park a couple weekends ago. She just came and hung out and sat on the lounge chairs out there. I didn't even know it. We were down in the Dells talking about work.